If you play Wuthering Waves, you definitely had your eyes on some standard units, whether it is due to their design, gameplay, or from meta perspective. However, among them there are 3 that were dubbed, or at least, general consensus agree that they are really underwhelming. Mr. Honke, Calculator Man, and Roasted Monkey. For context, Roasted Monkey is the nickname South Thai Meiji community give him as how his name is pronounced Ling Yang. Sounds really like Ling Yang, which literally translated to Roasted Monkey in English. I don't have Mr. Roasted Monkey, but have these 2. Actually, I have Angkor too, but I haven't got around to build and play her yet. And as someone who, for now, play for fun and just want to press a lot of buttons, these 2 really stand out. Since Calories Man has been quite a big topic of discussion, I think I don't need to go in depth of how he got nerfed or how Kuro got it to him. But I like to imagine if Kuro actually give him a Jianxin buffs, what would that buffs be? Let's set some criteria or context first. If you have never played BGR, some of the older units that got power creep out of meta receive an update to their kit aptly named Leap Upgrade. Leap Upgrade usually come with 3 major upgrades for each unit kit, which focus on different parts of their main gameplay, or their role. It can be solely focused on improve their ultimate, both core passive and ultimate, 3 different parts of said unit kit, quality of life improvement and upgrade, or just give that unit an entirely new move or core passive altogether. Upgrading each node to its maximum level will also increase multiplier for that aspect. For example, this unit Leap upgrade almost entirely focuses on her ultimate, so her ult gains an increased multiplier from the upgrade. It is a really good way to keep unit relevant, as some of the meta units that got Leap upgrade stay meta relevant for like at least a year before the shinier, more OP unit of the same role will replace them. And as I mentioned, the out of meta unit also got one even long after they got power creep out of meta relevancy, and they look really fun to play. If it went for the absurd price of Leap upgrade, I would upgrade everyone. As you can see, Leap upgrade has 3 Leap skills. One Leap skill will focus on one thing. It also have 2 more major upgrades to fully upgrade one Leap skill. This will be the template for that buff. As I have seen many content creators that has more knowledge about this game had pointed out, his plethora of problems are difficulty of consistently landing 3 Death Messenger. You, the player, got punished for playing the game right when you perfect dodge with Sephiroth, leading to losing damage, which is rather counterintuitive. Can no longer take advantage from quickswap playstyle. He has animation lock on his 3rd follow-up skill. The lack of interruption resistance when in Deathblade gear. His 2nd normal attack during Deathblade gear has some weird timing when you mash attack button, result in weird timing for killing instant gain. This next point is my own problem. It is how his skill become essentially non-existent and downright discouraged from being used during Deathbed gear, as his skill doesn't grant any killing intent stack. And the duration of Deathbed gear is too short to even consider use his skill even once. Which is a shame, since Mr. Kalma's skill animation is so cool, and the disconnected nature of how he is played during Liberation form and his normal form. His normal form gameplay loop, or input string, generally is normal attack as you see fit, 1st skill to cancel animation, normal attack as you see fit, 2nd skill to cancel animation, normal attack as you see fit, 3rd skill to cancel animation. At this point you have option between quick swap to another unit to avoid damage, or do a plunging roll, then echo, then mercy, then quick swap to other unit on mercy startup animation. While in Liberation form, the input are Death Messenger, this is optional step, quick swap, then normal attack 1, normal attack 2, dash cancel on normal attack 2 startup animation. Loop this input string for 2 more times, then Death Messenger. Then you can choose to quick swap for more buff from healer or something else. Then loop the input 3 more times, and boom, there's your calories maxing. While isn't that different than it's just trade skill input for dash cancel, it still feels rather disconnected with the tempo and all the crazy stuff going on. His gameplay went from methodical, smooth, slow, and fun to gotta go faster and miss out on damage, which isn't a bad design. I like how he is currently played because I like to press a lot of buttons, and 2 different modes should feel different to play. But I want 2 different modes, especially the one that is essentially a power-up or burst mode to be an extension of his normal form rather than being completely different. So what do I suggest? What would his 3 leap skill be? Mr. Calcharo's 3 leap skill will focus on Forte Circuit, skill, and outro skill. For Mr. Caliphate Forte skill, the concept is to help player not get punished by playing the game correctly. So this will be the base effect. Death Blade gear can last up to 20 seconds. Once reached maximum duration, Death Blade gear duration can be increased. Upon dodge counter, extend Death Blade gear duration by 3.5 seconds. The first upgrade for this leap skill will be Dodge Counter, grant 1 killing intent. The last upgrade will be when perfect dodge and Calcharo has 5 killing intent, Calcharo Phantoms launch Death Messenger with 85% of Death Messenger original damage. This can trigger 1 time. Phantom Death Messenger can be triggered again if Calcharo himself has executed Death Messenger or killing intent stack is reset. If the Phantom hasn't been performed Death Messenger prior to Calcharo execute Death Messenger, increase Calcharo's next Death Messenger damage to the amount Phantom would do. For Mr. Calendar skill, this stems from my own grasp of the disconnection between his normal form and liberation form. This is the best effect. During Death Blade gear, Calcharo gains 1 killing intent when he uses Extermination Order. While executing Death Messenger, extra skill will be available. Calcharo can cast his skill to summon 1 Phantom to perform dodge counter on the targeted enemy. Extermination Order will not reset no attack string during Death Blade gear. For this leap skill, the first upgrade will be every time Extermination Order is cast during Death Blade gear, Calcharo gains 15% attack, 10% electro damage, stack up to 75% attack, and 50% damage for 11 seconds. Each stack duration are separate. The final upgrade is using special skill at the right time during Death Messenger increased Calcharo damage reduction to 80% until the end of Death Messenger animation, and reset normal Extermination Order cooldown. For his Ultra skill, I honestly just don't know what to give him, so I'm just going to steal from a certain uncle in the PTR. This will be the base effect. After perform Shadowy Raid, the Phantom lingers on the field for 10 seconds. The Phantom can coordinate attack with on-field resonator. Every coordinate attack hit the enemy, apply 1 stack of Hidden Blade on the enemy. Maximum of 15 stack. Each stack decrease enemy attack by 1%. The first upgrade is increase the amount of Hidden Blade stack applied by Phantom, and max stack is now 25. Every Hidden Blade stack on the enemy will reduce their defense from 1%. The final upgrade is when special skill is used during Death Messenger, remove all the Hidden Blade stack and deal electro damage scaling with the amount of Hidden Blade stack removed. Defense reduction effect lingers for 5 seconds. These are bonkers art suggestions, but hey, I like Mr. Calcharo, what can I say? But for real, one of his major flaw is all of his damage is tied to him land 3 Death Messenger. He has no other source of damage, meaning if he whiffs even one of those Death Messenger, that's a 1/3 of his damage just gone. Poof! So I give him a way to ease up the process of getting to Death Messenger and a bit more damage just in case he don't land those Death Messenger himself. Now, let's move on to Miss Ahoge. Jianxin is in a very weird spot for the current game state. On paper, she has everything you want from a support unit, neatly packed in a one Taoist monk. But the problem is, where do I even begin? Okay, let's start with her general main problem. Wait, general main problem? What does this even mean? What the fuck does that producer type? She has absurdly long field time when compared to other support units. Does this mean she should be a damage dealer? Not quite. Well, I'd say she isn't bad in damage department. I wouldn't call it good either. Her shield is arguably the thickest in the game, and I doubt anyone can rival her in that department. Unless, limited 5-star shooter. But again, she took a really long time to get there. So, she isn't quite a damage dealer. But she isn't quite a support either. I mean, sure, you can quick swap her to do some hit here and there, but the problem is you want her because of her shield. If you truly want to take advantage of her, you are going to plant her down and let her do her own thing. Which, you can't do anything during this downtime, resulted in DPS losses, and if you swap cancel her, you just waste every shield resources. Meanwhile, Taoshi might not have like the thickest shield, but her condition and time to gain shield is much more feasible in major fast-paced combat. On top of all that, her gameplay weirdly enough has the most clunky feel to it, despite has the most basic design concept. Even more than Encore. Allegedly, Encore clunkiness stems from how she is supposed to be played, so it becomes a skill expression instead. If you play her well, she is a great addition to any of your team, specifically as quick swap unit. While Jianxin clunkiness is just clunky, not a catch art, you just have to master her, bro. Maybe she meant to be a driver unit for other team, but that's only up to Kuro to decide. Plus, her CC is really inconsistent. This is also true for other pulling skill or alt for grouping enemy. So right now, she feels like an incomplete character. She SC0 is just 50% and the rest of the characters is locked behind Resonant Chain. While I want C1 and C6 to be swapped and adjust C1 for it to fit C6 status, but that wouldn't be fun for this video, would it? Her leap will focus on 1. Forty Circuit, 2. Resonant Liberation, 3. Resonant Skill. For Resonant Liberation, this leap skill will give Jianxin Liberation a higher range, maybe 50% more at maximum upgrade, with the base effects of increase every unit attack and damage when Purification Force Field ends for 15 seconds. Upon explosion, pull in every affected enemy units and knock them up, or brute them, I haven't been decided on that, and make it to actually pull every unit into the damn thing! She is 5 stars, god damn it! As for her 2 upgrades, maybe the first upgrade is increase the duration of Purification Force Field to 10 or 15 seconds. Purification Force Field can follow the player with half of player's sprint speed. The final upgrade will be... oh shit. It's raining! The enemy affected by Purification Force Field have their defense reduced by 30% and receive 20% more Resonance Liberation damage. For her skill, honestly, this is a hard one to figure out due to a lot of improvements for her skill is in her Resonant Chain, and it's a very suitable upgrade, so there goes my easy way out. But before getting into the leap upgrade for her skill, let me explain my thought process first. Her skill is supposed to ease new player into getting used to dodge in PTR. Oh god. Her skill is supposed to ease new player into getting used to dodging in this game properly, but after any new player get used to the dodge system, this skill becomes a middle of the road, nothing worth mentioning. So, this is my idea for her leap skill for her skill. Upon perfect parry, inflict the stagger bar vulnerability. Oh god damn it, I hate this goddamn word!
Vibration strength vulnerability.
To the enemy that was parried for 12.5 seconds. Gain 30% of cheat gauge and next cheat counter will be a guarantee hit. The first upgrade is cheat counter deals 1 more hit. Cheat counter additional hits damage based on the current cheat gauge percentage. Her final upgrade is upon perfect parried, increase all team member crit damage by 20% for 15 seconds. The idea is that I want this skill to transition from 2 for easing new player into dodging to a high risk, high reward skill as 1. Her parry stands active on a button press and it shouldn't be that hard to do so. 2. I like the side effect of her parry skill. 3. She's supposed to be a defensive character with the whole patiently wait and strike at the right moment style of Kung Fu. So, players should have a better payoff when they play into that design philosophy. Now, onto the main event, her Forte Circuit. Her supposed bread and butter. We all know how clunky this is, so this is my idea for the leap skill. The base effect is Switching Jianxin during Primal Chi Spiral will not or interrupts Primal Chi Spiral and Zhuotian progress. When players switch characters while Primal Chi Spiral is in progress, she has 10 meters turn radius. Any damage inflicted on Jianxin will reduce the amount of current shield. The first upgrade is, during Primal Chi Spiral, every damage take will increase according to the amount of Chi consumed, capped at 100%. Second and final upgrade is, Pushing Punch, Shock, Yielding Pull range and damage increased by 30% and 20% respectively. Shock generates 5 Concerto and 10 Resonance energy. Oh god. I just realized the change I want Jianxin to have is probably even more busted than Mr. Caliber. But oh yeah, I want to elaborate more on Tao Xi and Jianxin just a little deeper. Tao Xi can grant everyone shield comparable to second tier of Jianxin's shield, maybe a bit less, in a fraction of a time, and her condition is literally either one, you swap her in with intro skill and you hit attack button 3 times, or 2, you swap her in either use her skill or use heavy attack when you are about to get hit and then press attack 3 times. Not to mention, either of the two methods can proc healing echo set effect. I mean, sure, it only proc once at the start, but attack buff from the heal set is still there, and this move is swap cancelable! Ironically, or unironically, Jianxin is a worse shooter than Tao Xi due to how she is played and the lack of the team for her. Coupled with everything she is right now, I wouldn't be surprised if there is someone who legitimately think Jianxin is the worst unit in the game, as in, she is worse than Mr. Roasted Monkey. All of these are just a for fun topic. I think there is a chance that Kuro will give an underwhelming characters a Leap upgrade equivalent this game, but I don't have that much hope that they will actually do it, or at least not this fast. However, if there is any change in this video that I wish to actually become true, it'd be the basic fix for Jianxin Forte Circuit. In my opinion, this makes the most sense to her kit and it won't result in more work on Meiji's death. And not to mention, it fits into this game nature of fast-paced combat. If you have different take and idea for these two units improvement, I'd love to read them. Or, if you think I have bad take in general, feel free to point it out too. And that's it for me. Thank you very much for bearing with me until this point. There will be more Can I Be Safe video for both Wuthering Waves and Star Rail. Although Wuthering Wave might be a much less frequent, as building it in Wuthering Waves is a bit of a slow process. I hope you all will have a good night and a great day ahead of you. Bye bye!